everybody. Welcome to another edition of PoCommunity. I'm Mike Garboyd, and I'm sitting here with Kaylin Lactin from Kaylin Lactin Coaching. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Great. Long time no see.
Yeah, I know. Um, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Obviously, you're traveling around. You're in Kamloops right now.
Yep. Yep.
Smoky Kamloops. But
Oh, it's so smoky. Yes.
we've been missing you around here, obviously. But yeah, we'll see you soon enough, hopefully, before the summer ends. So yeah, we have you on today. You were on before, but if people don't know you guys, you work with us extensively. Like we have a really great relationship. You were working in house for a while, but you've been traveling a lot lately. You've rebranded, and we're going to talk about that today. We also have the membership offer that we do have here that we never really had a chance to talk about before. So why don't we talk about that first and foremost? Yeah, tell them about what we have, the offer that we have here at the Fountainhead for our members.
All right, awesome. Yeah, no, it's so fantastic. The members get right now, you do get two free coaching sessions per month. And after September 24th, it's going down to one free session per month. That also includes a 30-minute get to know me session, and to ask any questions that you may have, or any concerns you may have, or just to jump right into it. So with the members, you get one free, or right now two free sessions per month as you sign up or continue your membership with the Fountainhead Network. And yeah, that just keeps going. And that can be like $100 value all the way up to an $1,100 value. So it all depends on how long you stay with the Fountainhead. Hopefully for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what we hope. I mean, we're building a really awesome community here, and what you offer is so it's needed. It's very needed. So, and a lot of people don't know necessarily that they need it. When we offer it here, it is when it's something that we're hoping that will drive people to try it, and especially when we're offering the free services, right? For our members, it's a really great thing that you are doing. Um, yeah, tell me a little bit about like just how much passion you have for this kind of help when you're helping people out.
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Like I went to school, like a little bit of background, like I went to school specifically for counseling. And before that I was working with addictions, which I believe I mentioned in the last podcast. And um when I went to school for counseling, they offered this coaching course, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I have to do it to get through it. And I fell in love with coaching, and just with my own post traumatic growth, and like um, my own growth. It's just been like, oh, I love this. I love seeing the now and the future, and working towards those goals and accomplishing that. And so I'm currently still in school for counseling, and I graduate in September. And so I'm super excited and stoked. And if viewers don't know, I am doing my practicum with the Fountainhead Network, which is awesome. That's why there's two free sessions that are being offered right now. And yeah, so with after graduation, I'll be continuing on, and but I'm not going to be pursuing counseling at this time. I'm just going to be doing my coaching. But mental health in all is so important to me, and coaching has its own way and its own place, because there are some who've gone through counseling, who are ready to take that next step, who are ready to pursue their next, like, that next step in life, who want to get down, get their goals done, and to accomplish and feel accomplished. And so that's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm working with. And how I know, like, especially if you've gone through trauma, or you've like gone through many things, that procrastination, or just having that person beside you to walk with you, hold you accountable to reach those next goals and those next steps is, yeah, it's life changing. Um, and so that's who I wanted to be for someone. Um, I've done it. I've had coaches. I still have coaches. I've also had counselors. I still have counselors, counselor, and it's yeah, I can get it helps me get to that next step in life, and that's me helping others. So that's where I'm at, and again, I'm a big advocate for mental health and that how important it is for us to stop the stigmatization and get help for everyone. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's definitely great that you have that mental health background, working within coaching, because like with just coaching in general, it doesn't always have that. I mean, like people, when you have a coach, they're not always thinking about like almost like the mental state their client is in. It's more of a just like trying to just think of positive, 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 and drive them up into it to a certain point, like coach them. But every with the mental health aspect of it, if you can't really get into their brains, nobody can be coached alike. It's a coaching, like if you see a soccer team, a coach coaching a soccer team, all the kids don't react to that coach the same way because everybody thinks differently, does things differently. So when you're offering this coaching for businesses, entrepreneurs, all this stuff, but you have this idea with mental health and you have this background in mental health, that's the type of coach you definitely would want, is someone who sees it your way a little bit more than just being a coach, sees what you see what could be affecting why they're almost uncoachable, if that
yeah,
makes sense, because there's a lot of uncoachable people in this world, but it takes someone who really understands the differences in the human mind to try to figure out how everybody's coachable, how to really coach them and help them.
yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. And thank you so much for bringing that up. It falls really well with like, I focus a lot on wellness and accountability because both really coincide with one another. When you have a wellness, like an imbalanced wellness stuff happening, like, with physical, mental, emotional, or even spiritual, getting to that goal or achieving that goal can be just a little bit harder. And so having that person, that accountability partner to get you there and to get you and to help you through it, is who I want to be for those people. And with procrastination, I found that you know people procrastinate everything, and whether that's with self-care or with their mental health, with literally anything. And I've had procrastination. I still have procrastination, but I know there's a lot of shame that happens when you have procrastination, and so that's what I'm really wanting to bring forward is like I offer this no shame, person centered, client centered coaching. The way of coaching I like the way I do coaching is this really person centered, no shame way. Because you're absolutely right. Everyone thinks differently. Your way is not going to be the same as my way. And that's what I really want to work with.
Yeah, and I mean, mental health, as is like if something traumatic happens in somebody's life, or just something if it doesn't even have to be in their life per se, or just in a day, like it could be a really bad day. Some people can take that, and it drives them to go work harder, and almost like yeah, it will just drive them in that direction. And then and then there's other people that literally they shut down, like they can't work in those conditions. So unless you have a coach who knows that or thinks like knows that's what how stuff works, if they're coaching those people the same way, you're gonna get a lot of people dropping out of your classes or like your sessions because they like literally if something bad happens in their life they can't function. So as soon as you have somebody that understands that and says, okay, take your time, we can get out of this, and kind of mentally health coach them, like it's a totally different realm of help. So that's definitely like just that's a great direction that you are going, because I know you personally. I know people that talk to you, and you are so like good with people. So when it comes to coaches, not all of them are. It's a lot of just people think if they're just intimidating, they can be a coach. If they're aggressive, they can be a coach. And it works for some people, but I think your balance of everything and you're that guilt free that you're really pushing is like people are so ashamed of the weirdest things and they are the only ones that really think about it. And if you don't help them out of that zone, they're going to just those people that freeze in those situations, that's exactly what they're going to do, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And that um, having that coach that really understands that and um, pursues in a way of that comes forward as compassionate empathy, um, and as well as yeah, that no shame no guilt way. um, there are gentle nudges you can do, but yeah, I really want to focus on that no shame and no guilt piece. Like if you don't achieve your homework for that week, it's not that I don't want you to achieve it or want you to do it. It's just that I know that life happens and life can get messy, and you're right. Like anything can happen during the week where you can get into just like this depression or you have anxiety and that's coming up for you right now. And so you just completely shut down that week. I get it, been there. And so yeah, having that kind of coach on your side who understands and can empathize that life does happen and things aren't always going to get accomplished, but we're going to work together to get those things accomplished, is exactly who you need.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know what this past couple of year and a half has been like for exactly the people you want to be coaching right now. Just we're finally kind of getting out of this craziness. I don't think it's done, but it's definitely tamed down, and normal life is kind of coming back. But man, as a business owner myself, and just meeting all these entrepreneurs, business owners, I think even though it's near the end, the mental screw job that it's been, that they haven't had the time to even think about their own well-being. It's just been trying to think, how am I going to keep my company afloat? Thinking all these different, like, how am I going to change how I do things because I need to adapt and do it this way so it succeeds through this pandemic. Now
Yeah.
it's finally breathing time, and those people could be just kind of just floating in the water. They're not swimming. They're just floating there because they are burnt out. It's finally time to kind of breathe, but do they have do they have it in them to continue? It's very been a very extremely like just extremely stressful time for people. So
Yeah.
what you're offering, especially to our members, our community is becoming super close knit, tight, and not everybody wants to go tell everybody their what's going on in their personal like
Yeah.
businesses and their lives, everything, to have this asset, to have you be able to help them out, coach them. And yeah, I mean, you know a lot of them on a personal level too. Just be able to give them support that not necessarily they want to promote to the world that they need it. I
Yeah.
know I'm personally one of those people that's not, if I don't go telling the whole world my issues. That's not something I like doing, but to have someone like you that is professional and extremely just comforting just to speak with is a huge, huge, huge asset that we have here. I thank you for that. So, any of our members or future members like are watching this, I really want them to basically use your services because I can't promote you enough, Kaylin. It's great what you do.
Thank you. And yeah, no, it's I completely understand. And there does come that we talk about shame before in this. There comes that shame or like just that feeling down, like I don't want to talk about this to someone or to everyone that's around me. And so I'm really happy to offer that high level of confidentiality as well. Like I'm very ethical with my confidentiality. It's very important to me as well to my clients. And so I I just want to really emphasize that because we are a very close knit community at the Fountainhead Network. However, there does need to maintain that level of confidentiality when you work with me. And yeah, I just really want to emphasize that it does get held. So,
Yeah, that's what everybody needs to hear, right? It's there's a lot of people out there that are private. There's a lot of people that aren't.
mhm.
Um, and neither is the right way. It's just how people are and how people react to certain things. So yeah, like just I know we've you people we have members that have used your services, right? Do we know what you guys have talked about? Absolutely not. That's great, and I want to see more and more people just using what you do because it is such a help. I can't begin to explain the mental screw job as a business owner this last year and a half has been. So like it's just I really hope that more and more, and I actually think more and more people are kind of becoming more like in the forefront with their mental health, not theirs per se, but just like knowing how important it is for
Mhm.
them, their employees, um, their companies. It's especially now, it's definitely in the forefront where people don't have to be ashamed anymore. That's especially as a man, like so many men are ashamed to say when they're upset with anything. It's like demasculating or whatever. But we're way past that point now. Like it's way past that point, which
Yeah.
is awesome because not all the manly men have to be super manly all the time, especially when you are. I feel like there's so many people that have been living on an edge, like a cliff of
Yeah.
life right now, like where they just like don't know whether they're gonna not jump, but like just if it's gonna break on them or if they're gonna be able to step back. It's a crazy time, and I have seen a lot of just the past couple weeks, just either people finally like the tension off of their shoulders, or like or the almost the opposite where there's like what now? Like I put so much energy, or that idea of that COVID has put a damper on me and my business. Now that COVID is done and these vaccinations, how do I get out of this and not use that as an excuse anymore? You know, it's really tough. I know for me, like I said, if I'm mentally not there, it's really hard for me to come like out of it and work at my
Yeah.
best ability. So I really, if there's more people like that and more people like me, like what you do is so crucial to them. I'm lucky that I talk. That's what I do for pretty much. I talk for a living and I talk to people. And it really, when I hear what they're going through and kind of match it up with what can go on in my life, it kind of is almost like a counseling session for me, right?
Yeah.
But I think more and more people need to realize how crucial it is for them to go and through coaching sessions, through counseling sessions, any kind of help. Like I mean, I think so many people are so stubborn and think they can do everything themselves and they can get themselves out of things, but sometimes you really just need help.
And that's yeah, and that's literally everyone. And um in those days I call them my pit days. If there are days where you just like you fall you feel like you just kind of fall into this mental health, funk, or you just yeah, you fall into a funk and you're just not able to get out of it. And um I definitely call them pit days because it just feels like you're in this pit and you're trying to crawl out of it as much as you can, and it just feels like you're just not getting anywhere. Not to bring not to bring anybody down, but um, sometimes to get out of those days or to get out of those times, um, you just need someone to lend you a helping hand, to get you out and just to kind of walk with you and to navigate with you through, sometimes that minefield of pits. And that's the analogy. That's actually the analogy I use for my own self. And like where I've told my partner, I'm like, it's a pit day. It's one of those days. And you know, and just having that person, that safe person, no matter who it is, it can even be like your partner or best friend or anyone, coach, counselor, that just helps you navigate through those pit days, and then just kind of help you walk through the rest of the day sometimes. And like you said, it sounds like your outlet, and that thing that helps you get out of it is being able to talk and being able to meet people and network, and just allow yourself to voice what's kind of happening for you in the moment. And and that helps you get through that minefield. And so that's an amazing coping strategy. And yeah.
No, it's I never knew I needed it until I'm lucky that I literally started doing this as like almost work. Um, when the pandemic started is when I really started doing it because yeah, talking to basically it's a business podcast, so I'm talking to other business owners and entrepreneurs, and every one of them is going through the exact same thing. Like some people are like lucky enough where they haven't leased out a giant space and they're not paying the rent, so they're like, okay, I don't have to worry about like that much money coming in. But
Mhm.
it's still, everybody is going through this, everybody is reacting and doing whatever they can to get through it. And it's yeah, I can't begin to explain the variety of just how people are coping with it, because everybody is, I've had people that have either started businesses through it all, closed businesses down and restarted, rebranded, redone, or just continued having to revamp their companies completely
Yeah.
through this all because what their structure was before literally 100% did not work with how the world was working at the time.
Yeah.
And that luckily we were opening up while it was starting, and a lot of our plans that were in the beginning kind of matched up, like our spacious space matched up with what like kind of what worked in this pandemic. That didn't mean people were going out, right? People were staying home. Finally, people are starting to go out again. We can do events. We can do all this. The mingling that people need, man. I'm quite an introvert. Unless I know you, then I'm crazy. But if like for the extroverts that we know that have been our members here, or people that aren't members here that I just know, this has been like the worst, absolute worst time of their lives because they can't do the social mingling that has made in a lot of the ways has made them successful in their careers,
Yeah.
because that is how you connect and you do business to business sales. A lot of those extroverts work with one another because they're just out and about, always at the same events, always seeing the same people, where it almost became a community of extroverts that always work together. So for those people that we have members here, some of them like obviously would flourish in huge groups of people, more so than like our COVID safe numbers that we've had here. um, but just having you as an outlet for those people that really need to just talk to somebody who knows kind of what we're all going through too, because you're also a business owner. You're going to school as well while you're trying to pay bills. It's very scary. It's a scary time. Obviously, for what you're going to be doing with us, are you going to be, because you're out of town and you're traveling a lot, are you going to be doing it through a lot of Zoom calls and stuff, or when you're in town, try to do it while you're here?
Yeah, so right now the main option is through Zoom or on phone, or some of those introverts. I do know, like, if you want to do text message, even just do check-ins. I do offer that as well. Um, yeah, I just want to be as available as I possibly can for our members. And so I do offer, like, yeah, if you'd want to send me a detailed email and I'll email you back. Whatever works for you. Um, Currently, the only thing, yeah, is in person right now. However, I'm more than happy to announce when I am going to be in town for a period of time, and we could definitely like meet up. I can just book a whole day where I'm just meeting with everyone. So I could happily do that. And yeah, and I can honestly say that the Fountainhead was my saving grace last year during COVID, and when I was in town, and I literally was there all the time because
Yeah.
it was another place other than my home to go. So it was my second home during COVID. Um, but yeah, I want to be as available and transparent for the members as possible. And yeah, through text message, email, Zoom, phone, you can give me a call on the phone, WhatsApp. I'm a part of the members WhatsApp group. Um, yeah, whichever works for everyone. And as well, yeah, I will also be posting in the WhatsApp group and also in the email. I can send Erin an email and just let her know when I will be in town if people want to book for that day as well. So.
Awesome. Awesome. Are you working with people that aren't members as well? Are you working with those like outsiders right now too?
Oh yeah, no, I do have clients that are outside
Yeah.
of the Fountainhead network, and I am open to new clients right now. So I am accepting new clients right now. So um, yeah, everyone has the option to also purchase an investment from me, um, and it's an investment in yourself. And if you are a TFN member, you do get discounts.
That's awesome. Yeah, just that the well, like message here is join, join everybody. If we want you to join, I know we have some viewers that either they don't live in Poco or the Tri Cities, they don't live close enough that do watch the show. So like I want them to know that you are available too for non-members. We've had some members that had to leave just because they've moved too far away. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, I want them to be able to use your services as well. How do we find you? How do we uh, find out more about how to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so I actually just started a Twitter account today. I'm just yeah, I did start a Twitter account today. But I'm on Instagram with at Kaylin Lactin Coaching, as well as on Facebook, which is the same at Kaylin Lactin Coaching. I have a Facebook page. I also have an accountability group. So if you're not really interested in purchasing an investment right now, you can join my group, which is Empowering Accountability. Um, and as well. You can find me at www.kaylinlactincoaching at yeah, KaylinLactinCoaching.com. There we go.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so yeah, I'll put that graphic up after this all like I always do. But yeah, I can't promote you enough. You're great. You're always in amazing spirits to be around. You're just awesome to work with, Kaylin. So I do want to just tell people go out there and use your services, your coaching services, because it's uh, something I know you're going to succeed in very, very much so. Because you are just great with people. You're great with how you talk to them, how you guide them, and yeah, I wish you nothing but the best with it. And I thank you so much for doing this for our members because it's a huge, huge thing that we add as a bonus to our membership packages. Nobody else is doing this, and it's because you've agreed to do this with us, and it's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, just to like emphasize, I don't, you guys don't pay me for it. I love just helping people, and I wanted to really help the members and do this for them. And so I'm more than happy to yeah, to provide this service. And like I want nothing for the best for you guys either. Like you guys have such a great space, and I miss you. And yeah,
We
like
miss you.
I miss everyone. So
Yeah, I can't wait to get you back in here. It's you haven't been down since it's gotten a little bit more calm around everything. And so with the restrictions kind of being lifted a little bit, people are a little bit more, the spirit around here is pretty good, and we're getting a lot more foot traffic, more people just coming out and about, and I just see it being, it's just going to keep going upwards. There's no
Yeah.
way it can get to that point of being a co-working space that the public is being told to stay home constantly. That's very, very difficult. And it's difficult to stay positive when you're basically, uh, you're being told you have to do all this stuff,
Mhm.
but not much is being done in return to, like, yeah, you can do that, but how are you going to pay for it all?
Yeah.
Right. So it's very nice now. But it's just, we're getting the memberships up. It's going great, and I want those people to use your coaching services because it's something that we offer. It's something that you're doing for us that we appreciate greatly, and it's not, like I said, it's not happening anywhere else, and it's such a key. It's such a key ingredient to success. I think it's that asking for help. It's
Yeah.
so needed, and I'm stubborn to it. So many other people are stubborn to it, asking for help. It's rough. It sometimes is it's way harder, the thought of asking for help, than just doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like an introvert picking up a phone. It literally, every day, most people can just pick up a phone and they do it. An introvert, that could be 2 days of pumping up just to make a phone call, right?
Yeah.
And you understand that. So that's what, and not every, that's I think a misconception about a lot of entrepreneurs and stuff, is that most of them are extroverted because they're usually, you have to be kind of social to promote. And it's not true. Some people with the most amazing ideas ever, they're scared shitless of the population and people. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's
okay.
yeah, it's interesting how many actual like entrepreneurs are more introverted than extroverted. And it's like
Yeah.
this next level of anxiety to like just go out and put yourself out there and to network and like I honestly can say that I fought it
Yeah.
getting me on camera compared to my first podcast with you compared to this one. I know there's a difference. I can see the difference. I can feel it. But it took a lot of work. And seeing your dancing
Oh yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna
build
be
up my
TikTok famous.
confidence.
I'm making sure my mid-30s ass is going to become famous through TikTok because I've tried everywhere else. And I'm like, I might as well try this. And I'm getting views. I mean, I guess got to keep going with it, I guess. I did.
Now,
You saw I posted one today too,
yeah,
right
I
before
did. I messaged Aaron. I said, you need to tell Mike to do a link and learn on building confidence in front of the camera and his awesome dance moves.
Yeah, no, that's my extroverted crazy self that I think that only people that know me are watching these videos. If my back of my brain really realized that, like, I'm putting it out to the whole public, I probably wouldn't do it. But I'm like just letting my whatever part of my brain just take over and let it just be. I don't care. I gotta use this green screen studio for something, man. It's it's pretty fun. I don't know,
It
joke
looks it
videos.
looks, it looks amazing. I yeah, no, I'm so jealous.
And honestly, I'm telling you right now, what I want to promote to people that are uh, kind of intimidated by green screen technology and how easy it is to use, they don't know this because from start to finish, yes, I do edit for pretty much a living, but from start to finish, with I film it with my phone, I'm done that thing in 10 minutes. So, like, yeah, maybe you don't want to do uh, dance videos on TikTok, but that's just something that people need to know about social media posts and stuff. How you can take something and make it a little different with a green screen studio just by holding that stuff up, and how easy it actually is to do. And a lot of people are just intimidated by technology, I think, and think it's out of their realm to even do. But in reality, like I said, it's a quick edit process. I do those things, but I'm making myself TikTok famous. I'm doing it.
I might have to download TikTok again. Oh man. Uh,
I just downloaded it. I have a few people I know like that have succeeded on it. And I'm looking, I'm posting these videos on Facebook. I got people like eye rolling me and like messaging me like, yo, take that shit down or whatever. And now I'm like, yeah, but then I got people on TikTok like viewing it, liking it. I'm like, you know what? I'll cater to those people because that's all they like is dumb dance videos. So I mean, what's
That
better
that
than a dad bod dancing?
that's how marketing works. You cater to who you want. So, like, want to use your service. And in this case, like, you're advertising and marketing that green screen. So dance away and edit away. And yeah, for all viewers, go check it out on the Fountainhead Network.
Yeah, I got more fashion shows coming too. So there you go. Okay, well, I guess we're a little off topic, but I will leave it at that. Everybody watch my dance videos on TikTok. Everybody go to your website. What is it again?
It's www.KaylinLactinCoaching.com.
Perfect. You made it easy, the easy one to remember. But yeah, I will put up the graphic at the end of this, and yeah, jump on this opportunity. That's to all of our members and non-members. Definitely get in contact with Kaylin. She's great. And yeah, thank you, Kaylin. We miss you here. Can't wait for you to be back here. But thank you for another podcast. And yeah, use your Kaylin's services. She is great at what she does. So.
And for all the non-members, message me in the email or use the contact form on my website and put in podcast in the subject, and you may get a discount.
Awesome. Perfect. You may get a discount depending. But okay, well, thank you, Kaylin. I appreciate you being on again, and enjoy Kamloops for the time being. Where are you off to next? You there for a while?
We may be in Kamloops for a while, just because with my partner has to work on the tracks, and so that were burnt. So
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you again, Kaylin, and thanks everybody for watching this. This has been another episode of PoCommunity. I'm Mike Arboit. She's Kaylin Lactin. Have a good one.